This week's portion opens with the terrible, painful episode of the spies who were sent by Moses into the land of Israel. And they came back and deflated the spirits of the Jewish people by just telling and pointing out so many negative things about the land of Israel. This portion actually follows an episode that took place in last week's portion, where Miriam spoke negatively, ever so slightly, but negatively about her brother Moses and was severely punished. The great commentary Rashi explains that the proximity of these two portions, first the portion of Miriam and her punishment, and then the story of the spies, it follows. The two stories are connected. They follow one another because the spies should have learned from Miriam that, look what happened to Miriam. She spoke slander and she was so punished. They should have learned a lesson. There's an obvious question. And the question is, what lesson should they have been learned? Should they have learned? Miriam spoke about a person. They spoke slander about the land of Israel. Okay, maybe you're not supposed to speak slander about a person, but about a land, inanimate, the land of Israel? Maybe that's okay. I presented this question actually this morning after our morning davening, our morning prayers, and Max Lazar, one of our regulars, answered the question, and so beautifully. He said, what do you mean? When you speak of slander about the land of Israel, you're actually speaking slander about God. So the lesson was right. Miriam was punished because she spoke slander about Moses. How much more so should a person be careful speaking about God? What an insight and what an eye-opener. That when we think of the land of Israel, and focus on the land of Israel, and look at its beauty, and look at its attributes, we need to focus, this is the gift of God. And when I do look at what goes on in the land of Israel, I have an obligation as a Jew to always look for the positive, because Israel is God's gift to the Jewish people. It's our gift. And then it's our responsibility then to recognize and appreciate the gift of God and always look for that which is beautiful in the land of Israel. Have a magnificent Shabbos.